Hi, hello, this is Oshuma. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here. Come in, sit down, feel safe, and let's get into it.
Hi, welcome back and thank you for being here. Your presence is very much welcome and wanted. I really appreciate you guys watching the video and subscribing. And if you're new to the channel, please hit the like button, say hi in the comments down below, subscribe if you'd like, if you want, enjoy the content. And let's get into certain things I want to talk about today. Listen, don't let people make you feel bad for having to go to college and get a college degree and working a 9 to 5. We use a lot of social media and that can honestly mess up your perception of what life is and what people are going through. And honestly, on social media, people can kind of like curate what it is that they want you to see and who they want you to see them as. So never feel ashamed for having to do what you gotta do, girl, and live your life to the fullest so that you can take care of yourself and your family. Like I said, social media is here, but it doesn't mean that when people are social media famous, it's going to last. So make sure that you have something or a plan. Even if you're doing social media, always remember to have something planned and something to fall back on. If you're gonna use your social media platform to open up a business brand that's online that is selling either a digital product, or you decide to create a product on your own and try to monetize that, or create another platform, find a way to make sure it's sustainable when it comes to what it is that you need to do to take care of yourself and your family. Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living. But anyways, I actually have some session therapy notes that I need to fill out, along with some data that I need to put in. Speaking of 9 to 5, girl. But it will get done, okay? But let's get right onto it. The first topic I want to talk about is Strippergate. What is Strippergate? Well, it's involving Latto. She was releasing some new music, so she decided to host an event at a club. There were strippers there, and they were dancing and stuff like that, and she was blowing a lot of money, throwing it on the strippers, all that type of stuff, right? Regular hip-hop rap stuff. Well, what occurred was somebody took Sis's wallet, and she was not having it. So the conclusion to this was that she picked up all the money that she threw on the floor, and she dipped and dashed. Now, a lot of people are giving her backlash. There's some mixed opinions on this, but let's watch the video and then I'll give my 2 cents on it after the video.
You come and celebrate your song release. You throw money on these girls who gotta pay their bills, take care of their families, and do all of this that is nothing to you. You get what I'm saying? What this girl is down here shaking her tail feather for, you wipe your wit. You get what I'm saying? But you really picked up. I lost all respect for this person because you chose to host a party here. You chose to do this. And a lot of girls pay house fees. They bought outfits. They really put money, hair, nails, lashes, everything. And then because you can't find your little wallet, not a purse with a bunch of bread in it, but a little card wallet, you picked up every dollar on the floor that you threw and took it with you. Your song, multi-million, you come and celebrate your song release. You throw money.
Listen, I am not the one to be an Indian giver. I actually have a pet peeve about that, but it's the principality of it all. If I come into a club and I'm spending hella money and just throwing cash, and the first thing that somebody decides to do is steal my wallet, I'm sorry. Like, after that moment, whatever that person decides to do and do with their money, that is their choice. Like, come on, y'all. This is why the Aretha Franklin carried her purse everywhere she went. Okay, it don't matter if it was a concert. It doesn't matter where she was. Miss Aretha Franklin had that purse like it was a newborn baby. Every time, all the time. And I agree with her. So my thing is too, if I were her, like, I wouldn't carry things like that with me inside certain spaces like a club. And I would actually even let my security guards hold on to the money until I get to the location, because the one thing about me is if I'm worth a certain amount of money, I'm not going to be moving any types of ways. You know what I mean? So I actually do not like the entitlement that girl had in the video. Sorry, I do not know her name, unfortunately. But there's a level of entitlement that you have to feel that after somebody gets robbed, essentially, that you feel like you are still entitled to their space and their money. You know very well also, Latto, that this is a type of environment where you need to be careful. But I think maybe she was letting her guards down a little bit too much and didn't realize this. And so when her money was stolen. The thing is, she's saying just a little card wallet. Do you know what people can do in a matter of 5 minutes? Do you know what can happen with your card in a matter of 5 minutes? So I'm not gonna judge Latto. Yes, this, you know, to some people's eyes makes her look bad in a certain type of way, but don't be playing with people's money like that. And who are you to say that, oh, there's a little bit of money she can, you know, quote unquote wipe her ass with it? And for me, I do not judge strippers. Hey, listen, get it how you, as long as you're not hurting anybody or harming anyone, go on ahead and do what you gotta do. It's your body. I'm not judging you. But to also think that like you can come and say that, oh, this little type of money, like, girl, she's literally showing the stripper community love. And mind you, I'm not the type of person who listens to Latto or even is a fan of Latto. I'm not saying that to throw shade. It is what it is. But it's like, you know, for a community that I'm not going to lie, may have been used by the hip hop community to a certain extent, but it is the only genre that is showing this type of love to the industry. So then to walk into a space and think that you're gonna be kind of comfortable, that you're okay, and then to be throwing all this money and somebody steals your wallet, come on now. Like, in my opinion, I don't think what she did was wrong. I just wouldn't put myself in that situation again and having to do that same action again of like picking back up the money. But it's the principality of it all. Like, I just don't, why y'all thieving? Why y'all thieving? Now let's move on to this next story about a YouTuber who has a prankster channel who decided to, you know, hold this prank at a mall. He ordered food and then asked the delivery driver to come inside the mall to order it to him. And when he came up, you know, there was an altercation that happened. Somehow, in the middle of a mall, the YouTuber ends up getting pop out. This was a very strange story to me when I heard it. I actually did not believe it. I had to see the actual video myself.
And Tanner Cook's YouTube page has nearly 56,000 followers. Most videos show Cook going to public places and doing some sort of prank that people typically have negative reactions to. We're gonna walk you through this video without audio first, then we'll play the whole thing for you. On April 2nd at Dulles Town Center, Cook was being filmed as part of his YouTube page as he walked up to Kali, who was picking up a food delivery. On Cook's phone, he had an automated voice play a vulgar message that was repeated multiple times to Kali, who tells him to get away or he'll call the police, is what it appears to say in the video. Kali tries walking away, Cook appears to follow, then the lone shot rings out. Here's the full video.
What?
Hey, quit thinking about my twinkle.
What's that mean?
Hey, quit thinking about my twinkle.
No.
Hey, quit thinking about my
Get on my face and call cops on me. Stop.
Hey, quit thinking about my twinkle.
Stop.
Kali did have a concealed carry permit. Cook has recovered. Kali was found guilty of discharging a firearm in a public place. Again, not guilty on some of the wounding-related charges. His attorneys, Kali's getting a hearing next month, arguing that the verdict should be thrown out on the discharge in public since it was self-defense. Today, the Loudoun County Commonwealth's attorney says the force used by Kali, they believe, did not match the threat he faced. Cook's father, Jeremy, agreed with that, but disagreed with some parts of how the Commonwealth's attorney prosecuted its case.
Where's the line where it became a life-threatening situation where he had to use deadly force? If you see that line that was crossed, then you can think like that. But if you watch the video, at no point do you go, oh, there's where it became a physical point where this guy had to defend himself. That never happened.
Tonight to get their perspective. They told me this was a difficult case. One juror told me that he did believe that Cook was a threat, to Kali, specifically pointing to Cook's size relative to Kali and the fact that Cook wasn't speaking and kept following him and that Cook had an expressionless face. The jury originally told the judge they were deadlocked. Then they came back with the verdict a short time later when they handed down that verdict yesterday. What was the jury thinking in the room? What changed their mind? I have the one juror's perspective. We'll have that at 6:30 as we continue our coverage. Jim, Jacqueline.
All right, David.
A lot of these channels are also older channels too that are still trying to survive in a market where everything is just so highly produced and oversaturated. So every time they have to go on and think about these things that they want to do, and it's always some like crazy off the rocker weirdo kind of stuff that's going on. But listen, who's in the right as it pertains to the situation? I'm gonna let you decide that. But all I'm saying is, if you know, be careful how you step up to people when you go out in public. You know, people they are not subject to basically being recorded without their permission and being involved in your, you know, YouTube to be monetized at the expense of their emotional, mental well-being. Like, this reminded me of a time I made a video about Meek Mill going to the hood and only offering the kids or a certain amount because he felt like they were quote unquote asking for too much.
I gotta split that money, man. It's $20.
Fuck, that's a dub. Yeah, man.
And by the same time using the kids' likeness without them knowing that they're going to be on his IG. to basically get likes and views, but you weren't willing to give them what they believed that they were worth. Mind you, yeah, they were just selling basic candy on the side of the road, but it was like, in a way, public humiliation to make little kids have to be on film and then you denying them. And I just think it was whack. So this situation reminded me of that when people do YouTube videos about pranksters or, you know, doing stuff for the homeless. They don't care about the rights that the person has. Next, I want to talk about the Skaijackson. So she posted a spread of a magazine that she did a photo shoot for, and it is absolutely beautiful. Skaijackson is one of those girls that I do believe that she has a bright future in Hollywood. Every child star has this weird period of time where it's kind of hard for them to work in Hollywood because Hollywood still sees them as, you know, those little kids. So they eventually have to kind of branch out and do other things and live their life in a sense, to then come back and, you know, work in Hollywood. Right now, Skaijackson is currently, you know, being a media influencer, which I think, for me, I don't see nothing wrong with that. It's kind of like her parents did the method of work hard now and play later, and this is definitely her play period. She has been working, you know, in Hollywood since she was mad young, and so this is her time to just really enjoy herself and enjoy the fruits of her labors. She has been looking spectacular, and she really looks like a life-size Barbie, even when you see her in her lives and without filter too, and a little bare to minimum makeup. She just has one of those faces where she's really beautiful. I feel like she could play a life-size Barbie too. Life-size Barbie is a movie that Tyra Banks was the main role in, and we've been wanting a life-size Barbie 2 for the longest. Don't quote me, but I'm not sure if they came out with life-size Barbie 2 yet or not, but I'm just saying she would definitely make a great runner-up to be part of that, you know, franchise, and I could definitely see her being able to sell that role. But that's just my opinion. So listen, whoever is in, you know, the movie rooms or the writer's room, well, nobody right now since there's a writer's strike. I wonder how long they're going to basically take to come up in agreement with the writers and the people that are on strike in Hollywood. But the music industry is already boring, so we kind of have to, you know, spice it up, do a little some, because we need our writers to do, you know, the hard work, in my opinion, because without writers in Hollywood, without writers to create dialogue and give art, there is no good television. So we want a production of Life Size Barbie 2, and I think that she would make a great runner-up for it. Feel about a remake of Life Size Barbie 2. I'm curious to see how, you know, that would pan out. Comment down below what's your opinion and who else you would think would make a great runner-up to play that. I believe Zendaya as well could be a great replacement, but I think also based on who played the original character, I would like for it to be a model that represents that. So we're gonna have to see. Comment down below and let me know. Let's have a chit chat down in the comment below, and see you till next time.